This has arrived. This doesn't feel safe. I know that I'm overthinking this. We've got the big organza bag this time. It's a better use of the space. That's future Louise's problem. Hi, welcome or welcome back to the cozy chaos that is my channel. You might be thinking, Louise, why aren't you in your craft room? That's because this week I did a little bit of a craft room reorganisation and I didn't want to give away the ending right at the beginning of the video. So a little context going into this, I was filming a week in the life and as I was editing I realised I had a delivery of quite a lot of yarn and I had to do a little bit of a rejig of the craft room so that I could fit it in. And that ended up being the majority of the video, so I decided to just take out the days where I was working on smaller projects here and there and just use the day where I was doing the craft room out as its own video rather than dilute it with the smaller projects that I was doing here and there throughout the week. So what you are about to see was actually the middle of a week in the life vlog. We're going to jump into some happy mail and then we'll be jumping forwards again to the yarn haul and the yarn reorganisation. If you didn't see my Instagram stories, which if you're not following me on Instagram you're missing half the crack, so if you didn't see me on my Instagram stories, I had started to film a reorganisation of all of my yarn, which is why this is looking a little bit different than it usually does. And I had filmed all day. I had something like 20 something gig of video that I had filmed of completely taking everything down, reorganising it, putting it all back because I wanted all of my double knit to be in a similar place and blah blah blah. We balled up a load of yarn, we got it all caked up, and I lost all of the files. I was trying to transfer it from my phone, which I film on, to my computer, and somewhere it got lost in the ether and it got deleted from my phone and didn't upload to my computer, so I just lost that video. Since then I haven't touched the craft room, which is so bad because there's literally a pile of yarn on the floor from that when I was filming that video that I've just not put back into the wall. It's just currently living on the floor. It needs to not be there. I also have a bag under my desk that is all donations that I need to take to a care home, so I need to find a care home that is accepting yarn, and it just needs a general tidy. So there's a couple of things like that I need to do this week as well. And also I do have a really big yarn order arriving possibly tomorrow, if not the day after, so I'll have to have somewhere to put all that too. But while I have you, I have just had this delivered and I'm really excited to show you what's in here. Oh my gosh, it's so cute, wait! So I ordered some stitch markers off a girl on Instagram and she's been absolutely lovely. I'll definitely link her Etsy below, although she did tell me she's not very good at keeping up with it, so maybe just have a look at her Instagram. So I've ordered some stitch markers from her. First there was 2 stickers on top, this cactus with a crochet hook and this one that says crochet is my superpower. Those are so cute. I'm so excited. I'll let you look first. Oh my gosh! Oh, that's so cute! Wait, okay, let me show you a bit closer up. So this one is obviously the one that caught my eye. It is a Red Bull stitch marker. That is so fun. I actually have a Red Bull right here. If you've been here a while, you know that I always have a sugar-free Red Bull on my desk. If not, then I've probably already had it for the day. And then I also ordered this little lemon that has a little leaf and a little raspberry that is transparent, and then she also gave me a little lime to go with my lemon, which was so kind of her. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Those are so sweet. Thank you so much, Brooklyn. That is her Instagram as well, I assume. I'll link her down below. She has some really cute stitch markers and I can't believe I have a Red Bull stitch marker. That is so exciting. So that was the first little bit of happy mail that is coming this week. Obviously I have a yarn haul coming this week too, so that is also very exciting. This has arrived. Let's open this. I need to get some scissors for my desk. If it wasn't glaringly obvious, this is a Wool Warehouse order. We've got the big organza bag this time. So if you saw my video last week, I was saying that the Yarnsmiths cotton was 50% off. They're only £2 anyways, which means that every one of these balls was only £1. So what I did, because at the time I thought I was absolutely nailing the bucket hat, which, spoiler alert, if you didn't see last week's video, not true. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna get some colours of cotton yarn so that I have them so that I can make bucket hats with them. And that's what this is. Call it girl math, call it crochet math. They were 50% off, which means they're buy one get one free. So what I did was I bought 2 of every colour that I wanted. 2 of every colour would be insane because the colour range on this yarn is very extensive. There's something like 60 plus colours. So I didn't buy 2 of every colour. I just went along and went, that's a pink, that's a green, that's a blue, and I got 2 of each of those. So I'm going to show you all the colours I got. The only one I didn't get 2 of was the ecru, I think I got, or the off-white colour. I got 4 of those because it's quite a versatile one. So I'm going to fly through all the colours that I got, and then we should really find somewhere for these to live. Peachy pink, fondant pink, seafoam, denim blue, sugar plum, latte, light sage, canary yellow, opal green, claret red, tangerine, platinum grey, anthracite grey, and off-white. And that's the one that I got 4 of. In person, this is looking a little bit more yellow than I thought it would. There's some really beautiful colours just to like highlight which ones are my favourite, apart from the grey because that's a bit predictable. I really like this light sage colour and this latte colour are really pretty. They look quite nice together actually. This denim blue is really nice too. It's coming across a bit brighter on screen, but it's quite like a dusky blue, I guess. This is a lot brighter than I thought it was going to be. It is like traffic cone orange. That's going to be an interesting one to try and use. It might go with the yellow maybe, but is that like just so bright? It either needs to be paired with something that is going to be equally as bright or something that is going to like tone it down. It can't be that because that's traffic cone. It just needs something to, I don't know, but I'll be interested however we get to use that. That's like Halloween. Maybe we could do like a Halloween thing. That looks cute. So I've got all the colours now. That's it. I've completed it. I've got all the colours. So all of that, it's 30 skeins of yarn and I got it for £30 because they were all £1 each. So I think that's a pretty good deal. It's something that I will use, be it for bandanas or bucket hats or anything else that comes my way. I've been making a lot of bookmarks. It's just nice to have, and it's nice to be able to just like have the colour that I want as well. So I feel like this has been a bit of an investment, a savvy investment, because it's only £30. It's not like I've spent hundreds of pounds. So now we should probably find somewhere to put them. You don't really know what's going on over here, to be honest, neither do I, because I can't remember from when I was doing it weeks ago. But maybe we can have like a little recap or like a little introduction for you because you never got to see the footage, and I can have a refresher of where everything is, and we can maybe move things around so that these cottons have a place. At the minute my cottons are in like drawers. I actually have one of the drawers here because I was just about to do something with it. They're in these drawers up on top of my cubes, but there's no room in them. Definitely not enough room for 30 skeins, so we might have to clear out a cubby. So let's do that. It's not what I was going to do this afternoon, but let's do it. Okay, so full disclosure, this is where I've been working. This is what the cube currently looking like. We have this over here, which is just like a mess. We're not even going to talk about the top. These are looking a bit sparse because the yarn is everywhere. This is all yarn that I spun in the frogging all of my whips video that needs to find a place. The way that I've organised it, so this was all of the Women's Institute, which is my favourite yarn. This is now here because this has Serdar yarn in it. So we've got some of the Hayfield that comes in the crochet along, 2 balls of the Loveful here, some soft down, and then this is all the Hayfield bonus DK. Then we get into the Women's Institute, which is my favourite, so that all stays together. Then over here we have some Stylecraft, and again that all is together because I like to try to use the same brand of yarn if I can, as opposed to organising it by colour. I'd rather have it organised by brand. Then moving down here, this is all chenille, and I actually had a massive sort out of the chenille. So this is, some of it's double stacked, but this was across 1.5. I got it down to just the 1, and then I've got 2 balls here which I don't know where to put. That's where they are. Got some big twist, which again, it's a funny size compared to the others, so I don't know where to put it. This is all chunky in here, and a lot of that got wound up because that was a lot of half balls. And then in here we have Aran, and that's just like a mix of brands in those two. And then this one is all super chunky. This is what I was using to make handbags. I haven't made handbags for a long time, but I just can't get rid of it. I think it would be nice as like a blanket maybe. It would, I don't know, I just can't get rid of it just yet. This is where I keep my yarn for my temperature blanket, which you haven't seen a single thing about yet, but I was working on it, so there's like things missing from here. This, it was all variegated yarn in here, and then when I was frogging things I was putting the balls there. And then now on the desk I have all of this cotton. I just got this down, that isn't always there. And then down here is a load of yarn that doesn't have a place but I'm keeping. That's my temperature blanket. So that's where we are. This is, I've genuinely been working like this. This is where I've been supposed to be finding creative energy, and like this is supposed to be my safe space. This doesn't feel safe. So just for now I'm not going to try and tackle everything because that would be too much. So just for now I'm going to try and find a space for the cottons. I'm going to try and find a space for all the yarn that's on the floor. At least get the yarn off the floor, that would be nice, and have a nice space for the yarn that I've just bought, all the cotton. That would be nice too, and that would be a start. That would be one step further ahead than I was when I started dyed this. The angles are going to be weird, we're just going to have to deal with it. So I'm thinking if I can move these big twist yarns out, let me sit down. If I can move the big twist yarns out, then I can put the cottons in here. It's a tricky one because none of my cotton is in here, my cotton's all up here. So wherever I put it, it's going to be out of place. So I'm going to try it in here. The fact that there's 2 of each of them is quite helpful because I can double stack them front and back. So I'll try them in here. I do have these 2 chenilles in here which are going to have to stay here because I don't have anywhere else to put them. But come Christmas, I'll probably be making some scrunchies for markets and things like that. So I'll try and use up some balls so that I can move these across eventually. Okay, they fit quite nicely into there and there's actually a lot of room in there, so I feel like maybe I could put my big twist yarn in there, like maybe behind it, or maybe like rearrange the cotton so that the big twist is like lying down and the cotton is going straight up. I know that I'm overthinking this, but I just want it to be right. The other thing with this as well is that this is a DK acrylic, so should it just be going here? But that's not a Stylecraft yarn, so in my head it can't. Maybe if I did put them here with the chenille, then it wouldn't look too out of place. I know that it's only me that sees it. I'm literally the only person that comes in this room. I might move them so that they're like in a rainbow going up and put the big twist next to them. It's a better use of the space. Do you know what? That's actually looking really cute. So we've got all the cottons here. This one is one that I already had and I forgot to put it down here, but I'm not taking all these out again. And then the big twist sits nicely there. The other one that I have of that is in the back, and that looks quite organized now, and that is making my brain happy. So that's how that's going to stay. Let's have a think about this. Originally I had all of the chunky and Aran all in one together, which is fine in theory. However, when it came to bucket hats, when it came to beanie hat season, finding all of the chunky in amongst all of the Aran was kind of not difficult, because at the end of the day it's just yarn, but a nuisance, which is why I'd separated them out like this. But now, because we have all of this still, I'm thinking I'm going to have to just put them back together. And now that we have these cakes as well, it's gonna look messy. It's gonna look messy, but it's just yarn. It doesn't matter, Louise. God, it's just yarn. The thing that's going to be tricky with this is this huge ball of Aran, and I have another one downstairs actually. That's future Louise's problem. If I could stack them so that it was like half Aran, half chunky, that would be great, but these big ones are going to cause issue with that. This is full right to the back as well with duplicates, so it's not even like I can scoot anything back. I've scooted it back as far as it'll go, and you can fit the cakes on the front just. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to take the big ones out and we'll put them over here for now until we discover what's going to happen with this one. The other issue is that a lot of the cakes either don't have the wrap thing label with them, or it's like loose like this. So I have these thank you stickers that I've never used because I usually just use my like logo stickers, and there's literally an entire roll of them. So I think I'm going to use some of these stickers to stick those so that they're a bit tighter so that they stay on, because what I don't want to happen, come on now, what I don't want to happen is, again, come beanie hat season, I'm trying to use up the cakes of chunky and I accidentally pick up an Aran because it didn't have a label or the label fell off.
A few moments later.
Actually worked out perfectly. We've got exactly down the middle, Aran on one side, chunky on the other. I'd rather not have all the cakes on show, but again, by the end of the year most of them will be gone, so it's fine. So we now have this to put in all of the yarn that's on the floor, which is like a miscellaneous category. There's acrylic, there's real wool, there's chenille, there's mohair, but then there's also tweed, and there's plain, and there's alpaca, and it's just like a t-shirt yarn. It's just like everything else basically. So I'm going to put that in here. It is what it is. Like it doesn't have a category, it needs to go somewhere. It's just going to go in here. Slight change of plan. Because I already have all of these variegated yarns in here, I'm going to put all of the variegated and tweed acrylic in here, DK acrylic in here, just because they're like fun colours and that's already like a mix of different brands and whatever. And I've also just found this, which is, it's a Kindle cozy, and this is a pattern that I wrote at the beginning of the year, or rather worked out at the beginning of the year. Didn't write it down because I was like, I'll remember it, and then forgot it, and it's so beautiful. I was so happy with how it turned out, and I cannot for the life of me remember how I made it. So maybe future me one day will remember, or at least sit down and work it out, but I honestly couldn't even tell you. The thing that's difficult to remember is that it was done in the round, and alpine stitch is rarely done in the round, but I worked out a way to do it in the round so there's no seam. But because I worked it out and I didn't like research it and find someone else who'd worked it out, I worked it out. I can't remember how to do it, and there's nowhere for me to go to find how to do it. I should put it in the whip box. I'm going to put it in the whip box. So that's all done. I have quite a lot of this All My Fluff in cream. I have 3 balls. There's 2 spare ones back there. I also have a lot of this alpaca because I frogged a cardigan. Again, if you haven't seen that video, you need to go and watch it. I frogged a cardigan, so I have quite a lot of this. It's the leader of the pack from Hobbycraft. These 2 are real wool that I got in Edinburgh. I put my big Aran back there, and there's also the Huggable back there too. I know that there's another huge Aran downstairs. Again, future Louise's issue. Then these are all just like whatever's. T-shirt yarn here. This is off of one of those Karen cakes that I do 6-day star blankets with. And then right down at the front here is some alpaca that my nana gave me years and years and years ago, and I haven't made anything with it, but I want to. It's so soft, and it's not fluffy. Like leader of the pack is fluffy. This is like super soft. So I do want to make something with that one day, but that's what this is all looking like now. I'm actually so happy with how that has all turned out. That looks so much better. I have my floor back, I have my craft room back. I feel so much better for doing that. And here we are in the freshly organised craft room. There are still some bits, don't look over there, that do need doing, but I think I did a really good job with the amount of time that I was working for as well. I think I spent maybe an hour and a half on organising all of the yarn. This looks so much better now. I have my floor back, I can do this. Because there isn't yarn all over the floor. I know where everything is. I got my buttons organised. The buttons were just sort of strewn about my desk, so I'm really happy that they have a place now too. And the yarn looks so good, and I love that I know exactly where everything is. I can see all the colours that I have, and sometimes it's nice to just go through all the yarn that I have and remind myself of what I already have in my stash, because I was getting re-excited by yarn that I'd completely like written off and forgotten about. So it was just nice to give myself a refresher of what I already own, get a little bit more organised. And this room now feels like a space that I want to be in and I want to work in, and I'm really, really happy. If you don't know, my goal for the year is to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. So if you want to support me and do that, go ahead. I was so close. So if you want to support me in doing that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It would really help me out. While you're down there, give the video a like and give me your hype points. I would really, really appreciate it. All that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.